explosively, tends to lose focus in the second half of fights, sees his punch output drop. He addressed that for this camp, working 7 weeks in the Bay Area with Victor Conti, and Conti told us that there would be no way that Andrade would fade in the second half of this fight, thanks to all the work he did preparing for the monster.
So literally, they call EPO the effects that it turns you into a machine. That means you just simply don't get tired. So when you see these boxers who come on in the second half of the fight and are throwing more punches and maintaining that volume with equal power, it's likely that they're using EPO. And I don't want to get into specific cases, but I see this all the time. And then I look who they're associated with. And then my best guess is, yes, that boxer's using EPO.
So to my understanding, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, since we're talking about EPO, EPO basically clears your system between 3 to 4 days, but with an IV, and I've heard you mention this years ago, it can clear your system within 19 hours or somewhere around that ballpark. Can you help us understand that part?
Protocols, depending upon whether you use subcutaneous, that means a small needle in the abdomen, as opposed to directly injecting it into your vein. If you do the direct into the vein, it will clear in 19 hours. However, the original protocol is you did it 3 times a week, which was a therapeutic use to boost your red blood cell count. Once you increased it 5-10% or whatever the goal is, then you would reduce to a maintenance dosage of using it 1 time a week. But now what they're doing is they microdose. So they take whatever that dosage is that they would use 1 time a week, and they divide it by 7. And this enables them to fly under the radar. And it's very difficult. You don't see that many positive tests. A positive is somewhat subjective, or it requires a scientist's interpretation. So there are maybe lots of suspicious looking results that don't actually get tagged as an adverse analytical finding or positive drug test. So it's a gray area there. Do I think that smart people are doing stuff like this? I do.